Hey, what's going on, crypto people? Listen, live stream thing not working again. So I had to do plan B. Plan B is not great. Takes a little bit longer. Yeah, takes a little bit longer. It's not great, but I had to do that. So in any case, here we are. Happy freaking Monday to each and every one of you. Happy Labor Day as well. So XRPL developers don't own XRP holders anything. That was an interesting post from my guy Vet. Not post, a response to a post. We're going to cover that. I disagree with that. Now that whole post was straight fire, but that one part of the post is not great, not great, and I think that does kind of speak to the challenges of the XRPL community. The devs got to get it right, and if the devs are thinking like Vet stated there, that's a problem. So that's a problem. We'll get into it for sure. We're definitely going to get into that. Listen, again, happy freaking Labor Day. Apologize for the live stream. I had to set one up and then it didn't go through all the way. So I had to set up another one using Plan B, which is just using directly YouTube, which is just doesn't work as well. I don't know why it doesn't work as well, but it just doesn't work as well. But in any case, we'll get into that. And also, we're also going to cover Flare Network's evolving DeFi ecosystem. Interesting little video from Kinetics. Flare community actually reposted the video. So we'll get into that as well. How cool is it, my friends? How cool is it for you and I to be early adopters in this new asset class that is the digital asset space? How cool is that? And so I did that live stream. I don't know if people are going to be able to come on because let me see if I can't do this. Let me do this. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to go back to my post. Oh, shoot. Let's see if I can use this. Yeah, I'll use this one. And I'll go to my post and give people the right link because they're clicking on the wrong link. Let's see. Because I share the link and then it doesn't work. I think if I do this, maybe this will help. Because I think it's a different one. It is a different one. See? So hopefully that will help. Because people will be joining the freaking wrong stream. Hate that. All right, let me go over to the channel. Let's make sure the right live stream is up because this is not it. The snarry thing is not the one. Just a second, fam. Let me make sure I got this correct. Are there two? Yep, there are two. See, I knew it. That's the issue. I'm pretty sure that's the issue. So yeah, let me do this. And put the right one up there. Yep. Leo Messi, what's going on, brother? How are you? Please let me know if you can hear this okay. I had to change up some stuff. There it is. This is the This is the correct live AM. Hopefully they'll see that and recognize what is good. Let me go here. Close. Hopefully they'll do that. What's going on, Leo? Can you hear me okay? Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That would be super, super awesome. If you can do that, that would be great. Hit that like button on the way in. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers on the stream. So a well-respected XRPL builder, developer, believes that the builders don't owe the holders anything. We're going to get into it. We'll have a discussion about that. Maybe even a little back and forth. Maybe that will hop on. But I fundamentally and principally do not agree with that. But I did take one part of a very long post to dissect that one part, because that's the one part that I didn't agree with. Now, the rest of the post was straight fire. So a little response to Dark Horse's post. Like, Dark Horse is a smart guy, but he's really, in my view, is going down just kind of like the wrong path, unfortunately. So I appreciate you guys checking in again. Happy Monday, happy Labor Day to each and every one of you. The market is doing what the market does, fam. We'll go over those numbers. We'll go over the numbers. I'm wondering if I should remove this other live stream. Leo, can you hear me okay? I see you there. I'm wondering if I should remove the other live stream. I don't know. Let me see if I can do something else here, because I don't want people going to the wrong live stream. I thought I closed it out. Because I initially set it up using Zoom, and everything's all set up, everything's great, but then it just doesn't go live. So then I have to use a different option, and I think it messes up the live stream. How do we subscriber count? Oh, so Pierce's as well. I do want to cover that. Pierce has put out a post. So it says I'm live there. That's good. I'll just redo. That says just upcoming, right? It's not live. So I think it's okay. But Pierce has put a post out about two, I think, very, very promising, very, very promising projects coming to the XRPL. One is around the predictions market, and another one is actually earning yield for just holding XRP. I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really, really cool. Let me do that. Let me do this. I'm trying to just update this live stream. For now, I'll just do that. It's saved. It's got a thumbnail on it now, so I think that's good. Sounds great. Cap and Crypto Morgan, what's going on, my bro? How are you? Yes, sir. We're live. I had to change up the live stream because for some reason it just sometimes it works when I do custom live streams, sometimes it doesn't. And so hopefully everyone will get the right link now. I appreciate you guys checking in. So look, we're going to go over the numbers according to CoinGecko, and we're going to cover three main things. Pierce's posted about two exciting projects coming on the XRP. I think really, really nice. Predictions market and another place alone, I guess, your XRP to earn yield. And then Flare's evolving DeFi ecosystem. I think we'll cover a little bit of that as well. And the big one is Yvette, a very well-respected XRPL dev, believes that the devs and or builders don't owe the XRP holders anything. And I just fundamentally and principally don't agree with that. And if this is the way that the devs are thinking, it kind of speaks to, some of the issues and the woes of the XRPL ecosystem. You got to change that mindset around. So we'll cover that as well. We'll go over CoinGecko because the market is doing what it does. We'll go to Banter Bubbles to see if you guys might have some stuff that is outperforming Bitcoin that are in the top 100. Captain Crypto Morgan, thank you. He says, Crypto Morgan says, shared your stream with my XRP crew. I appreciate that, brother. Contact Fu is in the building. How are you? Yeah, I appreciate you guys checking in for sure. We're going to go over CoinGecko. I hope people are not sleeping on the Flare DeFi ecosystem. I hope they're not. So let's go over CoinGecko while we wait for some people to hop into the live stream. I'm going to cover the vet post last because I think it's really I think it's an important post, a conversation to have for sure. All right. So I'm sorry, I was reading comment there. Let's go over to CoinGecko. I don't know why this is anyway. Let's go here. Let's go there. Let's go to CoinGecko. Guys, do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. That'd be super, super cool. Again, just so you know, I do fundamentally and principally disagree with that on that statement. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, maybe I did do a comment as well, so maybe he'll respond to that comment. We can have a little back and forth about that. All right. So according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 2.14 trillion. Bitcoin dominance is again around 55%. Ranging sideways. Bitcoin is trading at $58,373 again. And on the 30-day, it's down 3.9%. Ethereum is trading at $2,512 again. And on the 30-day, it is down 14%. Solana is trading at $132 again. And on the 30-day, it's down 8.9%. XRP is trading at 55 cents again. And on the 30-day, it's down. It's not even 0.5% down. Interesting. So there it is, right? I mean, market's just doing what it freaking does, right? Just doing what it does, fam. It's just doing what it does. Let me get out of this thing here. When is staking 7th? Yeah. Let me use this to get to Banter Bubbles. Let's check out Banter Bubbles and just see if anyone see in the top 100. What is that actually outperforming Bitcoin? In the top 100 according to according to the total cryptocurrency market cap. So yeah, so the live stream went out again. Yeah, it's hard to do live streams. It really is. It's hard to do. I may have to go back to recorded videos until we get this issue fixed. So live stream went out again, guys. I hope you're back. I hope you're back. It just reconnected to Zoom. So I hope you're still here. Pookie's in the building, sitting in the steam room, listening. Oh man, nice. Appreciate you being here. Thanks, Gary. Said made it. Awesome. Appreciate you checking in, my guy. Jungle Link's in the building. How are you, bro? Thanks, Gary. You see the SFLR and Jewel on SparkDex? Like, did I see the liquidity pool? Is that what you're asking, Gary? Back in action? Yeah, man. We're just again just a dead zone for Wi-Fi. I actually had someone in the development actually rolled up on me in a car while I was doing my walk. And it's like, hey, I live around the corner from you, and is your Wi-Fi? How's it doing? I said, well, it hasn't been great, blah blah blah. He said mine, and he's right around the block. And he said his has been out for 4 days consecutively. Like nothing, not coming back after a minute or 2 or 3 or 4 hours, a minute or 2 or 3, or an hour, 2 or 3. I'm like, and you're right around the corner from my house? Goodness, what is that about? Yeah. Like, yeah. So anyway, dead zone. I apologize. Appreciate you guys checking out. We're going to get over to that post for sure. And I do think that mindset that Vet had, listen, the whole post, fire. That one part is not going to work, man. It's just not fundamentally going to work in creating a thriving ecosystem. Not going to work. All right, let's see if we can't pull up back Barrington Bubbles again. I went out real quick. So there it is. Brett Bonk with killing the game, 4 or 5 percentage gains, ousting Bitcoin for the year. Gotta love it. Then, of course, we got Floki over here, 210% meme coin. Pepe over here, 322% meme coin. Even if it's not the original Pepe, even if they stole the idea, according to my guy, from the original Pepe team. 322% up over Bitcoin. All right. So anyway, on the year. So we got Jasmine, and I do this again. 2 reasons. Number one, I have a thesis. I think the things that are currently outpacing Bitcoin will tend to do so throughout the rest of the bull run. That's just kind of my thing. And the other part is, perhaps look to see if you have some stuff that you can feel good about that is actually outpacing Bitcoin. And I don't know if that's YouTube or what. Yeah, it went out again. Well, it sucks. It went out again. It sucks. But at least everyone knows it's going to go out and come back. So anyway, again, Jasmine, Internet of Things play. In Japan, Sony executives killing the game 131%. BitTensor 135%. It's the AI play, right? There's 3 things winning the game right currently in digital assets: meme coins, AI, slant gaming, RWAs. Those are winning the games. It's winning the marketplace. It's grabbing market share. It's grabbing attention. It has the momentum, all those different things. Got to pay attention to them. Some people just like their wallet to look pretty. It ain't nothing in it because they're just faithful to, technology. Got a news flash for you. Awesome technology means nothing without adoption. It means nothing without adoption. And unless you're adopting tomatoes, you need customers. And last I checked, if you got a customer, You owe the customer something. But anyway, let's get into it. So this is all kind of stuff here. What do we got? Bitensor AI play. Arweave, I think, is an AI play. Some say it's deep end. Arweave, Bitensor AI plays. What else? 100% or more. Ordi, Bitcoin. Ordi's 303%. Gotta love it. Helium Network, 118%. V2, V3 play here. Is it V2, V3? I think that's what they call it. Helium Network. They got a bunch of sub networks. One of the sub networks is Helium Mobile. Helium Network, 118%. Killing the game. 1 billion in market cap. Killing the game. It's on Solana. The customer is out there in the Web 2. I keep seeing V2. Web 2 world. Technology is Web 3. It's on Solana. It's killing the game. It's a play I think people need to pay more attention to. I think Flare is going to do that as well for networks. But you can't argue, the numbers are the numbers. Why is a Web 2 play with Web 3 technology killing the game? You got to ask yourself, where are they? And they're competing in a massive space. In a massive space. They're out there grabbing market share from AT&T and Verizon. Killing the game. All right. Undo a Fetch AI play. Fetch. Artificial superintelligence. 120%. Ondo is out of the 100% range, man. That's a major bummer. It's only 93%, but that's my RWA play. So if Solana, 201%. Are you fortunate enough to hold any of these? I mean, I don't know. Maybe you don't want to hold them. Maybe you think it's too late. I don't know. Caspa, 101%. It's a layer one play. And that's it. Major bummer about my Andu. My Andu's falling down to 90-something%. Major bummer. 93%. There it is. Something to consider, something to ponder, I think. All right. Let's go over this Pierce's thing. This jungle. Did you guys see this little post? I think this is interesting to me. Pierce's put this out. Pierce's technology. XRPL hackathon in Korea finished with a birth of very promising projects on the XRPL. So, anyway, the winning projects of the XRPL EVM were PredictX, a prediction market like Polymarket. By the way, Solana just launched their prediction markets version, or their version of prediction markets on Solana. PredictX, a prediction market like Polymarket with XRP. This project can increase trading possibilities exponentially. I'm going to share the little quick 1-minute video. The other one is XR Bank DAO, which is the one I'll be most interested in seeing launch. An XRP-backed algorithmic stablecoin called XSD. They deployed MakerDAO contracts with the banned protocol price feed Oracle. It's interesting that people keep picking banned protocol, right? But anyway, this project can allow you to earn yield by holding XRP. We will be working with both teams to ensure they launch their products on mainnet. Now, the mainnet, I don't know, it's a little kind of, which mainnet? The XRPL EVM? Because a lot of people don't consider the XRP EVM as a mainnet. It's sidechain, right? So anyway, the wording here, a little confusing, kind of leaves some stuff up for discussion or debate. Let's take a look at the predictions video first. In any case, there's a kind of a request and or demand for the native apps at XRP. There's no sound. There's no sound to these videos. No sound. It's just pictures. Will this help? Maybe this will help a little bit. It's just pictures. This is a little test of it. Will Bitcoin reach 100,000 by the end of the year? Predictions market, right? Just, anyway, take a look. Interesting. Buy XRP, buy yes, buy no. Either way, it involves this XR. I mean, it's interesting they got XRPL in there. But anyway. Oh, hold on. Let me read this. It said this market is for the outcome that the price of XRP will exceed $2 by the end of 2023. If you think this outcome is likely, you should buy shares of this event. Even though this says this here. So in any case, ouch. But spending some XRP. So this again is causing demand for the asset XRP, which is what XRP holders would love to see, in my opinion. So that's the first one there. That's the first one. Now, this next video, Jungle, is about this little it's from XR Bank DAO, and this is about lending your XRP in some sort of way. So check this out. Wait a minute, let me start that from the beginning. It said Mint XXD. Deposit, mint, earn. Interesting. Okay. Mint the stablecoin. All right, so mint the stablecoin. Collateral is XRP. Interest is 4%. Loan to value is 66%. Protocol status, banned Oracle for the pricing. Interesting. Deposited 12 XRP. Issued 7.979 XSD. So this is a collateral-backed, XRP collateral-backed algorithmic stablecoin. Interesting. Pierce's technology in that post said, we're going to do everything possible to ensure that these projects come to mainnet, whatever that mainnet is. I'm thinking they mean the XRPL EVM. Interesting, right? Isn't that interesting? All right, let's continue. You deposit XRP and you mint the stablecoin. And again, I should note, because this is an EVM thing, right? MetaMask is going to be an available non-custodial wallet, and hopefully Rabby will be as well. Again, the game is there's a bunch of liquidity out there, and we're trying to draw that liquidity to the XRPL by way of the XRPL EVM. And currently, that's kind of the best we're kind of gonna get. Or maybe it's, maybe it's a 2 or 3 or 4, maybe it's an octopus approach, right? Maybe it's just one little thing, tentacle, with the end goal of bringing liquidity to XRPL. They have to try different things. I think this one personally is going to work the best, personally, especially in the short to mid term. But you notice here that it says wrap XRP here. Tokens transferred. You got the token address from and to. It says 10 WXRP. I know it's wrapped version for the sidechain. So, but in any case, there it is. All right. But you got to come to the game with some XRP. And you're minting, you're providing XRP as collateral, right? So you got to come to the game with that. I just got to see how um, you're going to earn interest. You're putting up that XRP as collateral in some way, shape, form, and you're going to earn 4%. Got to find out about custodial or non-custodial, safety, all that stuff. But it is saying that collateral, and it does have an LTV. So in any case, that's awesome. Ah, look at that. He's got Rabby. This dude, what you got? My browser going on here. What you got? You got MetaMask, got Rabby, he's got Phantom. This dude must be following. Got the Sui on here, got Kepler on here, got Argent. This dude must be following me or something. What's going on right now? MetaMask, Rabby, Phantom. There's Sui over here. And Argent and Kepler. This dude is following me. This Deb is copying the siege. He's copying the siege right now. Oh, wait a minute. What's this say? My deposited, my 1 year profit, an APR, 5% plus points. Okay. Look. Okay. TVL. Okay. Earning with XR Bank. It says here, revenue is generated through the distribution of protocol fees, fees from deposits, loans, repayments, and liquidations are shared among participants. Okay, let's go. Okay, pay attention. That's just the one I'll be paying attention to. I'll be tracking this thing. They both have YouTube. What the world am I saying? Obviously, they both have YouTube channels because we're watching them on YouTube. But both of those projects, they put that video out on YouTube, and obviously private, not listed. I subscribe to both of their channels. This is XR Bank DAO demo, I guess. But yeah, I'll be keeping a close watch on this thing. But this is from the hackathon, so I'm looking forward to hearing more and more from them. What do you guys think about those? What do you guys think about those right there? Yeah, it's new LP, right? Talking about Jewel and SFLR. That's interesting. I mean, how do you track this freaking Jewel token? Again, I don't know. I personally, I need to do more info, more insight into the Jewel token. I don't know if I want to be 100% in Jewel right now. I'm just saying. I'm just saying I don't know that. Right? Because remember, until a liquidity pair, you could be 100% in one or the other. I don't know how it tracks and correlates in response to in with S Flare. I don't know. So that's kind of my thing. Jay Coin's in the building. What's going on, bro? Rafi said, I'm sorry, I missed your comment, Rafi. Rafi said, hey, Siege, have you checked out the X Toads NFT marketplace? It just launched on XRPL. Did it? Pays you an XRP just for holding NFTs on their platform. I read about that. I have not hopped on that platform. Jungle says, what does that say? Investors owe it to themselves to hit that sell button. Excuse me. If the ecosystem isn't benefiting their core mission to make money. Facts, right? So we're going to cover this. What's going to cover this? I'm hoping Vet will hop on, but we're going to cover this Vet post. We're not going to cover Dark Horse's post. I mean, if you want to read it, you can. I don't know. I don't know. Feels like he's just kind of feels like Dark Horse is just going down this, bent up frustration path. I don't know. Just wanting to be right. He keeps saying, I was right. I was right about this. I was right about that. I was right. I was right. I was right. Just, I don't know. Just doesn't feel healthy. Doesn't feel healthy to me. I don't know. Anyway, let's cover this post from Vet. Vet's post is in response to the Dark Horse post. Okay. Uh Here it is here. This is Dark Horse's post. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it. God bless him. I hope he gets to a point of just being, I don't know, happy. Vet said this: there is some truth to what you're saying, but it gets drowned in a lot of confusion. Let's start. The XRP ledger is decentralized. Decentralization doesn't mean if you don't get your way that it's centralized. Hundreds of nodes and many validators are constantly in service because they are passionate or in need of the XRPL. If you don't run a node, you don't matter for the XRPL. And that's hard coded fact. Code is law. If you want to have a say in chain governance, run a node. Okay. No, but here's the part that I just vehemently disagree with. No builder on the XRP ledger owes XRP holders anything. People build because they want to solve problems and make a living off that. Not to pump people's bags. Where does this expectation even come from? Like, we're going to cover this. This principle, fundamentally and principally, is just incorrect. Like, it's just incorrect. So let me see if I can. I told you I commented as well. I'll show you my comment so you can see where I'm coming from. Hopefully it works. Oh, maybe I got to do replies. Appreciate you guys checking in. Do me a favor, hit that like button. That would be really, really cool. Hit it on the way in. If you didn't get a chance to do so, no worries. Just collapse the chat. And hit that like button. All right. So this is what I said. Looks like there's no response yet. This is me responding to that portion of that's it. That portion of his post. I said, how can a XRPL builder make a living solving people's problems, in parentheses, XRP holders, while simultaneously thinking that they don't owe people, XRP holders, anything? Like, how is that possible? How is that possible? Because the post said, and make a living off of solving people's problems. The developers are here to solve people's problem and make a living off of that. But who are the people and how are you making money? Who are the people and how are you making money, Pat? It's customers. The XRP holder is a customer. The XRP holder is a customer. Is question, is Tesla running around saying that they don't owe their customers anything? Is that the mantra? We don't owe the customers anything. We're just here to solve a problem and make a living off of it. Of course, you owe the customer something. You owe the customer an awesome experience. And the awesome experience is, one thing is an awesome product, a useful product, and perhaps maybe even a product that the customer wants. Not that you want, that the customer wants. So I don't understand that. I don't understand that thinking. And I know what the problem is. The problem is that the developers and or builders, they get so hung up on what YouTubers are thinking and what YouTubers are saying, and instead of focusing on, if you're building something, you're a CEO, you're right. You got a thing you're building. You got to think from that perspective. Because you said, and make a living. You said that. You said that they're here to build something, to solve a problem, and make a living off of that. So what do you mean you don't owe anyone anything? The XRP holder is a potential customer. That's not the same thing as pumping their bag. But you owe them something. You don't owe the customer a great UI and UX experience. You don't owe the customer a product that perhaps the customer wants. You don't owe the customer anything. What are you talking about? Of course you do. Of course you owe them something. You may not owe them everything, but you owe them something. The Post said they don't owe them anything. That's just not correct. And you're not going to have a successful outcome with that kind of thinking. Of course you owe them something. Unless you're not planning on making a living. Unless you're just putting out projects just to be putting them out. What do you mean you don't owe them anything? Oh, man. Now, I get it. We got the XRP entertaining content creators running around telling their audience that they don't need the builders. We don't need builders. I mean, that was one of the dumbest statements ever in the history of dumb statements. I mean, what was that about? Right? One of the biggest challenges with the digital asset space is the vast majority of projects come from people who are smart in cryptography. Right? That's one of the biggest problems. So they don't have any experience in being a owner of something. They're just good at building a thing. Well, you got to become an owner, like a CEO owner. You got to put that hat on as well. You can't just be the smart guy who understands cryptography and understands C++ and understands Move and understands Java and all that other kind of stuff. Not if you want a successful project. Now, look, if you're smart enough as a builder and developer to get yourself a CEO, awesome. So that CEO can wear the CEO hat. But if you're trying to be the CEO, you gotta You're not just here to put out some great technology. The customer is everything, bro. It's not something. It's not some little thing. Like, what are you talking about? The customer is everything, bro. It's everything. The XRP holder is a customer, potentially. That's not the same thing as pumping their bags. That's another thing. Pumping the element of the bag pumping is another thing. But it starts with the guy building the thing. That's where it starts. You can't create network adoption of nothing. You got to have something to create network adoption from. But you got to create network adoption. I tell people this story all the time in my business experience. There's like some really, 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 really smart people in the biotech world. Smart. Listen, they got stuff. They've created stuff that solves people's problems in a big way, and no one is using it. I'm talking about in a big way. I'm not talking about riches. I'm not talking about wind moon. I'm talking about real, some serious problems. A big value add to someone's life, and no one knows about it. No one is using it. Lives are not being improved. Why? Because they're not thinking about the person. They're thinking about the technology. That's why. It matters not if you got awesome technology. It matters not if you come up with this some great creation that solve people's problems and change their life, help them to live longer. What does that matter if you can't get it to the customer? That's why a lot of these biotech firms, they end up hiring marketing CEOs. They end up hiring people from the marketing space. Why? So they can get their product to people. And from what I'm seeing, it feels like that the XRPL devs just think they need to just, make technology better. That's not enough, bro. It's not enough. I could show you amazing technology after breakthrough technology that didn't solve anybody's problems because they couldn't get it to the people because they thought that they didn't owe the people anything. Like, what are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Pumping someone's bag. What does that even mean? We already know. We already know how this is. I'm not sure if the XRP holder is expecting a CTO to pump their bag. What they're looking for is an awesome product to use and with a great experience. So that's what you owe the XRP holder. You owe them a great user experience. Again, I ask you, is Elon Musk running around saying they don't owe the customer anything? They got some pretty awesome technology. Are they running around saying that? Of course not. So I don't understand that kind of thinking. You gotta rid yourself of that kind of thinking. Because you said and make a living off that. You ain't making a living if you're not thinking about the customer. The XRP holder is a customer, potentially. That's right. Right. Jungle says, I don't think builders should pump bags, right? A builder can't pump a bag. How is a builder pumping a bag? A builder has to put on the CEO hat. You can't just build a project unless you're going to get yourself a CEO. It doesn't matter how awesome your thing is if you can't get it to the people. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how great your blockchain is. It don't matter if you can't create adoption of the blockchain. Like what are we doing here? Doesn't matter how awesome Hedera Hashgraph or Constellation or Algorand is. It doesn't matter how awesome SUI and Near Protocol is. What does it matter if you can't create adoption? You got to think about the customer. You got to think about the user. You can't run around thinking you don't owe them anything. That's a mistake. Like that's a massive mistake, thinking you don't owe them anything. And then you get the other part, sometimes these developers, you know, concerned about this, 10,000 XRP and can you just build a product that the XRP holder wants to use? Can you do that? Build something that they want to use. And then help to create network adoption. Help to create network adoption. The investor or the XRP holder helps to create network adoption. But if you aren't thinking about us, how is that going to work? That you need synergy. You need synergy. I'm hoping that hops on here. Like, it can't have that kind of thinking. Rick's in the building. What's going on? This is why their FLR is an amazing project. It will take XRP, which is a pet rock, and add yield value for XRP holders. Rick says, and Cisneros said that. When Property Rich, what's going on, bro? When F assets start, what you going to, what asset? XRP and FLR. I'll be providing some FLR collateral. I'll be minting some FXRP. I won't be minting 100%. I won't be minting 100% of my XRP, and I won't be using all of my FLR collateral, but I will be participating for sure. For sure. I am really, really excited about seeing these new projects on the XRPL EVM coming to fruition. That'll be amazing. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Again, to say that you don't owe XRP holders anything, and then you add to it that you're here to solve people's problems and make a living from it, they don't add up. They don't add up together. Like they don't add up. At the least, you owe, and maybe it's the only thing you owe, I don't know. But at the least, you owe the customer, the XRP holder, an awesome experience. And perhaps maybe you want to start thinking about a product or something that the customer wants, the XRP holder wants. I think the predictions market, interestingly enough, and this new, I don't even know what you would call that lending, minting, algorithmic XRP backed stablecoin thing is. But I know people will be interested in it. Now you got to create an awesome user experience. Leo Messi says, I'm bullish on Axelar. Do you like Axelar? I mean, I don't know. They seem like they'll do a good job of what they're doing, but they're on the adoption curve like every other project looking to create network adoption. I don't even know if I own any XLR or not. I don't know. I know XRP Bags was doing some videos on how to get you some XLR and how to stake it. So he seems like he's big on it. So I just want to, like just fundamentally cover that kind of stuff. Like if you're going to come in here as a CTO slant builder, you got to put that CEO owner hat on as well. Right? Unless you got a CEO. Like the developers over at Flare, they got a CEO. Right? On a CEO journey. Right? So you got to put that up. I don't know. Unless you're, a developer who's just wanting to make the XRPL faster, right? Or you're a developer who wants to make the XRPL cheaper, or you're the dev who created the lending protocol feature. You're not trying to get a customer. I don't think, right? You're trying, your focus is the XRPL. But if you're building a project that you want people to use, right? That's what I'm speaking to. The people are building a project that they want people to use. Like if you're, if you're the people who, I don't know, created some awesome feature on XRPL, maybe that's another thing. But the people at Orchestra, they're a builder on the XRPL. Are they not? What about the people on DexFi Pro? Are they not XRPL builders? Those XRPL builders, right? David Allcoin says, I take staking profits every day and buy Axelar. Oh, nice. Staking profits? That's me, though. Use Leap Wallet. Nice. I heard some good things about Leap. I still use Kepler. That's probably a good strategy. I mean, I don't know. Property rich, 1,700 NDAs. That don't mean little Johnny down the street has been told not to say anything. These are the biggest companies in the world. Let them come through and let's see the next stage. Yeah, I think that I heard a very interesting thing from Invest Answers the other day. And I think it's interesting. He said in every asset class, you want to be in the 1%. In every asset class, you want to be in the 1%. That's an interesting statement, right? And ultimately, I think everything boils down to knowing your teachers. Um, like, and like, who are you learning from? Like, because we're investors here, like Jungle says. We are investors here, but investors are customers too. I mean, not every investor is a customer, but there are people who hold assets and don't ever plan on participating in the ecosystems that they hold the asset in. But if you're here to be an investor and to increase the value of your portfolio, that requires a different mindset. It requires a different mindset. And I don't know that investing on potential is it. I mean, I don't know. Like, are you a VC investor? Are you a macro investor? What kind of investor are you? Like, I think that's important to establish as well. So I do hope that responds to my comment so we can have a friendly back and forth. But those projects looks like they're coming out from Korea. They look promising. I like those new two projects. They look very, very promising. They really, really do. So in the end, the only thing that matters is, can you create network adoption? Like a lot of, like I saw, and I think it was Vet kind of going on in that post about be concerned about the technology. Let me see if I can find it first before I do. It was like, you know, be concerned about the technology. On a technical level. Conversations on this need to be on a technical level. I don't, and not about what pumps my XRP bag and what's in it for me as a holder. I think that everyone needs to understand the game that they're in. If you're not in this game to make money and you're just here to say, look how much I know about technology, then that's what you are doing. But I would argue that most XRP holders are here to make money. And so I would also argue that most asset holders in this space are here to make money. So if you're suggesting that I should know everything about the Tesla car and I should be focused on the technology of the Tesla car only and not about how well Tesla is performing, it's just fundamentally incorrect. Because we're investors. We are investors. So Leo Messi, nice. I hear you. Everybody is kind of doing their, you know. Leo Messi says, I'm 90% in XRP, 5% in XLM and XDC. Let's go. I hear you. I hear you. And ultimately, right, on this journey of becoming a sophisticated investor, it's an interesting journey. I would ask you if you're on it. Are you on the journey of becoming a sophisticated investor? Like the what is it? How many 10 commandments? The 11th commandment is thou shalt not kid thyself. Like, why are you ultimately here? Like, right? Why are you ultimately here? Some people here just they want to be right. Like, I'm just here. I want to be right. I'm going to keep holding the flag of I have the better technology. Some people, I think they're kidding themselves. I think they're lying to themselves. But some people think that. The awesome thing is I think, is understand that you're on the journey. And it takes 5 years to really know what's going on here. Like, what am I really doing here? What's going on? Like, what is this? What am I doing? It takes 5 years, in my opinion. And then after you discover that, then it takes another 5 years working on that thing that you discovered as to why you're here. So this whole thing of pumping someone's bag, I just think is like it's so second grade. It's so it's so second grade, right? My mentor used to say, the reason why they make those second grade desks so small is so that you don't fit in them when you're 40 years old. Right? Sometimes you got to leave second grade. And ultimately, I believe we're on a journey to become a sophisticated investor. Property risk says, okay, so why not? So why not use all your XRP? When something better comes along, use some of your XRP to that new project. Well, because it's risk management, bro. It's risk management. That's why. I don't use all of my anything anywhere. Right? Because it's risk management. And part of becoming a sophisticated investor is understanding risk management. You wouldn't, if you were having a conversation with Paul Tudor Jones, you wouldn't ask him why does he not have all his money in one asset. Right? Because it's about risk management for sure. It doesn't mean that you can't you said use it, right? You said use it. You said why don't you use all your XRP? Right? So that's risk management right there. Right? A guy who has $100 million doesn't put all $100 million on an asset, right? He leaves some, right, to live, to safeguard, to leave behind, right? All those things. Rick says you're right, Siege, but remember Tesla in the beginning was worth, yeah, I remember Tesla in the beginning was not great, right? And actually, I mean, Elon's not the Tesla guy, right? He's the CEO who took over the Tesla thing and made it do its thing, right? Because the inventors were just great at inventing. Right? So ultimately, that's kind of what it is. Let me see if that responded. Should we see if that responded to my post? Let's see. I don't see it there. Let's see over here. Oh, shoot. Let me check replies. Nope, no response yet. No response yet. But in any case, so there it is, fam. I just wanted to share that with you guys. Kind of my thoughts on the whole thing. David Stanley, welcome to the channel, bro. Says, I listened to what you said. I've been here since 2017. I believe looking at the top 150 market cap tells the story. So what have I learned? I have learned that buying a meme coin, I have learned that buying a meme coin on the next big Maybe something else is coming. On the next big blockchain coming up, the market cap pays well. Nice, right? Nice. Very nice, right? There it is. And for me, I think a lot of things make sense, right? I think the 90% and the 10% is a nice strategy for the average investors on a journey to becoming a sophisticated investor, because you have to, it's not just about the upside. Like the biggest challenge with everybody coming into crypto is we all came in as inexperienced investors. That is a fact. And I think the sooner we get to that point of understanding that we come in as inexperienced, unsophisticated investors, and we're on a journey of becoming a sophisticated investor. That's part of what I say. Knowing the game that you're in. Right? And so most of us think it's constant focus on the upside, the 10x, the 20x, the 50x, the 100x. And no one's thinking, very, very few people are thinking about the downside. Excuse me. Protecting the downside. That's why sophisticated investors use the term risk adjusted rewards. Risk adjusted rewards. I think once we get that the game we're in is it's about being on a journey to becoming a sophisticated investor. I don't know if we're here to understand or to be able to debate that move is significantly better than C++. I don't know if we're here, that the game that we're playing here is to know that and be able to debate that native features to the blockchain is better than stuff that's added onto the blockchain. I don't know if that's why we're here. I think it's okay to know it, but I'm not sure if that's why we're here. Property Rich says network adoption will come from the 1,700 NDAs when they go live. Network adoption will come from the real stable coin from Ripple. Yeah, but the challenge with that, and perhaps you're right? Perhaps you're right. But trying to operate from where you want something to be, as opposed to where we are, is challenging. You have to operate from where you are. And where we are currently is number last in daily active users, thus not a great network adoption. Just like Cardano went from 500,000, I think it was 500,000. It might have been 850,000. I can't remember which one. But I'm going to say 500,000, 550,000 daily active users to 15,000 or something. Right? That's a difference in DAUs. Right? Right? An NDA doesn't equate to adoption, right? I sign NDAs. You ever sign an NDA? I've signed NDAs, right? That doesn't mean adoption, right? And so ultimately, we could debate about what's coming. What we can't debate about is what's here. because what's here is proven. What's here is it is, right? That's the same, that, trying to argue or debate about what's coming is like arguing about whether the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and why is that? Well, one day that's going to change. One day that could change. But we're not there. We got to operate from where we are. And I just ultimately believe until we acknowledge and be honest with ourselves that we came into this space as unsophisticated investors, until we're honest with ourselves about that, and that we're on the journey of becoming a sophisticated investor, right? We have to be honest with ourselves. That's the game we're playing here. In my opinion, that's the game we're playing as asset holders. I'm not talking about someone who is building something whose expertise is being in cryptography, who's doing so. I'm talking about the investor, the holder, the people taking their dirty, nasty fiat and investing, buying assets. Yeah, property rich. If F assets give you the biggest profit, that's still the biggest profit. Your profit is your living money. Yeah. But F assets, I don't know if F assets is going to give me the biggest profit. I won't know that until I see what kind of profits it's giving. So I don't know that yet, right? I make more money in DeFi than I do holding XRP. Right? So I make more money in DeFi projects than I do holding XRP. Right? And so we'll see what FS is going to bring. I don't know yet. We'll have to see what it does, because then we'll know what it is. We can't suppose that it's going to be something. We have to know what it is, right? We can't chase the game. The game has to come to us. We got to see what's going to be good with FSS. I don't know. And we don't know if the F asset system is going to work. We don't know if the F asset system is not going to break. We don't know if the F asset system won't be hacked. We don't know any of that stuff yet. We have to find out what's good. Then once we find out what's good, then we can plan accordingly. But we don't know yet. No, that's not correct, David. David says, also believe what you're saying leads to believe the investors are relying on a company to make them profit, hence these securities. It all depends. It all depends. No, I use XRP and DeFi, property rich, every single day. I use XRP in DeFi. I earn on my XRP every day because I use it. I just don't use all of it. So David says, I also believe what you're saying leads to believe investors are relying on a company to make them profit, hence these securities. Well, the profit isn't necessarily coming from what a company does. Ultimately, the rise in value of an asset depends upon demand for the asset. The demand from the asset comes from people using the blockchain. People are going to use the blockchain once they know about the blockchain and understand what the blockchain can give them for using it. It's like there's a formula. I would argue that word of mouth, never involving a CEO or a company, will create more network adoption than the company. Okay? It's the adoption that matters. It's how good people are at creating network adoption. That's ultimately what matters. Right? Yeah, property risk. So in DeFi, you provide a service, right? In DeFi, you provide a service. Staking is a service. Lending is a service. Borrowing is a service. Being a liquidity provider, those are services that we provide. And we get paid for providing those services. That's a better way to look at it. Right? Jungle was saying, no, it should be relying on an entire ecosystem. Right? And so the entire ecosystem, in other words, it's not just the user, it's the person who builds the project, right? It's everyone coming together but ultimately the goal is creating network adoption. Without network adoption, it doesn't matter. I think Jungle was answering David Stanley's question or comment. It should not be a single company or entity driving value. That's 1000% correct. And again, I would argue that word of mouth from users will create greater network effect than a single entity. I mean, I would argue that. But ultimately, that's what we want, right? Jungle says correct. So he's answering David's question or commenting on Jungle's. Oh, there you go, David. There you go. You guys know. Perfect. You guys know. Perfect. So that's kind of where I am on that, right? And so ultimately, again, it's something to ponder, something to consider, right? What does that mean when Crypto C says know the game you're in? Like, what does that mean? What is this dude talking about? Know the game you're in. What is this dude talking about when he says we came into the space as unsophisticated investors, and the game really is about becoming a sophisticated investor, going on that journey? What does that mean? Who else says something like that? Right? That's all part of the game, in my opinion. That's why I say one of the most important things we can do as XRP holders is to stick our head up and outside of the XRPL bubble and take a look around. See what else is going on. See what else others are saying that are not involved in XRP and the XRPL. Why? It's not because you want to go buy another asset necessarily. That's part of protecting the downside, by the way. Leveling up your IQ outside of the XRP ecosystem is part of protecting your downside. Right? That's what we want to do. I mean, that's why we're all here. Risk adjusted reward. What does that mean? Have we taken the time to question, to discover what does risk adjusted reward mean? What does that mean? Some would say it just means the biggest upside with the least amount of downside. Not just the biggest upside. It's not just the upside. It's protecting the downside. So what are those assets that can kind of give me a little something of both of those? There's still people here today that don't own BTC because of some other thing besides the best risk adjusted reward asset. It's for some other reason. It's slow technology. It's slow technology. He was first through the door. It's definitely going to be the one that gets shot. It's the big distraction. It's really some other asset. It's just a distraction. This is why I don't own it. It's just a distraction. It's just this other asset that no one's talking about. That's the asset. And year over year over year over year since 2017, they missed out on 100% return on that asset up until 2024, where it changed to 50%. They missed out on it. And property rights, you might be right. Like you might be right. But currently, NDAs, if NDAs matter to network adoption, I would be all about NDAs, but they don't. They don't matter. It don't matter until they're on the chain and using the chain. Because demand for the native asset is demand for the native asset. It's not potential demand or potential adoption. It is adoption that increases the value of the asset. Right? I mean, the VCs play the potential game, right? Right. One of the reasons is because they got a bunch of other people's money that they've raised to go play that game. All right, fam. So there it is. I'm gonna hop off here. What a cool discussion, cool hangout for sure. Right? What a cool hangout for sure. We're all on that journey together, becoming sophisticated investors. Right? We're all on that journey. We're all on the journey of discovering that most times and is a little bit better than or. Jungle says, sounds like we should invest in things without NDAs then. Yeah, I think again, this is all part of the journey of becoming a sophisticated investor. I challenge you to listen, study people outside of the XRPL community. I challenge you to do that. I challenge you to do that, to gain other perspectives and insights. It's important. You're welcome, Jungle. All right, fam. So there it is. Thank you so much for checking in. I'm going to hop off here. I'm going to end this live stream. Oh, do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button on the way out. If you didn't do so on the way in, that would be super, super cool. We always like to have just as many likes as we got viewers in the streams. And if you happen to be in that 45, 50% of people that are hanging out, listening to and watching the Crypto Seeds and haven't subscribed to the channel, we're trying to get that number from 50% down to about 25%. And you could do your part right now by just hitting that subscribe button. That would be super, super cool. And don't forget to ring that notification bell, baby, so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this one like I do all my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this, perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See you. Bye.